Who at the Department of Child Support Enforcement is a racist? Well, have you ever heard somebody say that people in the South are racist? Or somebody say things like America is racist? America is actually Canada, North America, South America. So which America are you talking about? Sometimes people say the Department of Child Support Enforcement is racist. Well, how do you know if somebody in the Department of Child Support Enforcement is practicing white supremacy? What evidence would I have? Like if I was in court and I was going to accuse somebody of being a suspect racist, what kind of evidence would I have to validate my suspicions? Let's look at economics. What does the Department of Child Support Enforcement tell families to do with their time to produce constructive results? Money being a tool of economics, who controls how much you get and what is being spent on? In black families, we say that white people are racist in the Department of Child Support Enforcement. You cannot say all white people are racist, and you should never say that for logical reasons. One, that you do not know all the people there, so you can't say they're all racist. As a matter of fact, the majority of white people working there have no power and authority and just work there. The truth is, your social worker or caseworker could be a racist, but you never want to call them that. An example would be like Jim Crow laws. Jim Crow laws were controlled by the racist, and because of reasons like that, you can never prove a white person is racist in court. The only way of proving the existence of racism is through the evidence of the racists themselves. An example would be Donald Sterling, an entire organization that had a suspect right on top the entire time, but they didn't know until he did it with his own actions. So the same thing goes with the Department of Child Support Enforcement. The person, your caseworker, would have to prove it themselves that they are a racist. Me calling them a racist is not proof. A suspect might do something deceitful, like trying to break apart families, things like that. They might have directly or indirectly have actually hurt or mistreated people of color for any reasons under the circumstances and positions that they're in. For Department of Child Support Enforcement person in power, ask them questions. What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do against me? If $10,000 is stolen out of a room, you have suspects of a crime. Everybody in the room is suspect. Racism is a lot of suspects.